New York Attorney General Letitia James has filed a lawsuit against the Trump administration over its decision to freeze federal grants and loans, calling it unconstitutional and a threat to essential state services. James, joined by other Democratic state attorneys general, argues that the administration overstepped its authority by withholding funds allocated by Congress.
Not only does this administration's new policy put people at risk, but it is plainly unconstitutional. The president does not get to decide which laws to enforce and for whom. When Congress dedicates funding for a program, the president cannot pull that funding on a whim. Later today, I am leading and joining with my colleagues, my fellow Democratic attorney generals, in suing this administration to stop this illegal freeze of essential funds for our state. We will not stand for any illegal policy that puts essential services for millions of Americans at risk. And we work tirelessly overnight to ensure that that does not happen. Our lawsuit will seek a court order to immediately stop the enforcement of the OMB policy and to preserve essential funding for Americans.
The president does not get to decide which laws to enforce and for whom, James stated, emphasizing that the freeze undermines congressional authority. The lawsuit seeks an immediate court order to block the Office of Management and Budget's policy and restore funding. This legal battle marks another confrontation between James and Trump, following previous lawsuits challenging his business practices and policies. Critics have framed this as a politically motivated lawsuit, while supporters argue it upholds the constitutional separation of powers. A federal judge has temporarily blocked the funding freeze, allowing distribution to continue while the case proceeds.